Hello everybody. So I wanted to jump on and share some of my favorite oils and products to deal with discomfort. So no matter where that discomfort comes from, versus whether it's inflammatory related, maybe you overdid it. So I'm going to talk about, muscle, ligament, tendon, skeletal discomfort, and just my favorite things to use for that. So my number one is always going to be deep blue. Whether you use the rub, which is the deep blue oil in a nice lotion, so it's already nicely diluted for you, and it's a great one to use if you want something maybe a little bit more subtle than the actual oil, and the deep blue oil. So these are great oils, well, lotion oil, for discomfort. So what you do is you actually just layer it right on the area. You just rub it right on the area. You're gonna wanna dilute the deep blue to your preference, depending on how strong you want it. And you're just gonna put it wherever that area of tension or discomfort is. So if it's a cramp, you put it on there. If it's, maybe your ligaments or, your knee or your cartilage or whatever it is, that's where you're gonna rub it, because it's going to give you some nice soothing relief when you need it. And it's also gonna help with the inflammatory response and any swelling that might be happening in the area and things like that. It feels amazing. So that's always my number one go-to. Anytime I have anything, any soreness, any muscle discomfort going on, I jump to deep blue first. And the really great part, guys, you can get these two free this month, whether you are a customer already or you are a new customer. So anybody that logs in and spends 200 PV, you're gonna get these two for free. And they retail at over $86. So pretty generous that we can do that. You can also get them free with the Home Essentials Kit if you were looking to get started. They are must-haves. My husband even loves it. He will steal my deep blue rub and use it anytime he's having any sort of temporary pain or discomfort or things like that. And it works really well. So that's the first thing. That's always my go-to. Here are a few other things that you can try out if this isn't quite cutting it, or maybe you want to add something else in. When you take deep blue and you layer frankincense over it, it actually has an even bigger effect. And the reason for that is that frankincense is what we call a driver oil. So any oil that you put on your skin and you layer frankincense over it, it's actually gonna help your other oil work even better. It's gonna drive it further into the skin, help it penetrate deeper, and it's going to make it even more powerful. So if you ever put the deep blue on and you feel like, you know what, gosh, I just need something a little bit extra, layer some frankincense over it. I promise it's like a whole nother experience in itself. This is actually what got me through my first pregnancy, because my daughter would shove her leg right up into my ribs, her knee, her foot. I mean, she just shoved it right up there. It was very painful. And I lived on these, because if not, I wouldn't sleep, because the pain was just too bad. So that's another tip you can try. Something else that I love to do is the Copaiba soft gels, or you can just drop a couple drops under your tongue. But Copaiba is amazing for the inflammatory response and discomfort, and so you can always just take a couple of these or put a couple drops under your tongue, and that's gonna also significantly help. The next thing that I use is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. Now, I know that it has the same name and the same look as the deep blue oil. However, it's not an oil. It is a complex that has ginger and frankincense and curcumin and some other things in there, green tea, pomegranate, different things that are really helpful for your body to help with that pain. So this is really great for any sort of pain, whether it's a headache, whether it's muscle pain, whether it's ligament pain. This is always a great thing to take. Cramps, I will use this for period cramps. I use it for just about everything that's pain related. So you can actually incorporate, these two with the deep blue rub and the frankincense and the other stuff I'm going to tell you about, just depending on the level of support that your body needs at that time. So if you feel like you need something else besides those things, I'm going to tell you about 4 other oils that are great for discomfort and pain and those kinds of things. You can put these oils on topically. You can mix them together with the deep blue, with the frankincense, make a roller. You can even take to all of these internally, a drop or 2 of each in a gel capsule, and it's really, really, really supportive. So first one is lemongrass. Lemongrass is super, super good for discomfort. Like I said, both topically and even in a gel capsule, just a couple drops. It is kind of a hotter oil, so I prefer to put it in a gel capsule. Siberian fir is another one that maybe you don't think of very often, but this is really, really great for discomfort, for areas of pain, that kind of thing. And marjoram is another one. It feels incredible topical, but it's also really, really great internally as well. The other really cool thing about marjoram is it's very calming to the central nervous system. So what happens a lot of times when we feel pain is our anxiety might be heightened. We don't feel great, right? So this is gonna calm your body like down to the cellular level, while also helping you manage, your inflammatory response and your discomfort and that kind of thing. And the last one is black pepper. Black pepper is super, super good. I actually use this in my blend for labor. For both of my kids, I had back labor. And if you're a mom, if you've had back labor, you know exactly what I mean. It's excruciating because it's not just in the front, it's all over, and it's really painful. And black pepper was one that I used a lot on my lower back to just help take the edge off a little bit. So what you can do, a couple suggestions, you can take 2 or 3 of these and layer them on the area. If your lower back is bothering you, you can take 2 or 3 of these, layer them on, cover it with the deep blue rub. It'll help seal it in. You can also, take 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of marjoram, 2 drops of lemongrass in a capsule, or incorporate the black pepper or the Siberian fir in a capsule as well, and just take one, to help manage that discomfort response that you're having, and they work incredibly well. They're really, really supportive of the body. The really great part that I love about oils is not only are they going to help you with how you're feeling right now, but they are actually going to go in on a cellular level and work with your body to deal with the root cause. So if your inflammatory response is really acting up and that's what's causing you discomfort, they're going to help your body manage that inflammation. So it's not like something where you use where it just makes you feel better temporarily but does nothing for the root cause. Oils are getting to that root cause, and so that's one of the number one reasons why I've chosen to incorporate them in my home, and why I love them. So if you are someone experiencing discomfort or cramping, anything like that, these are going to be your best friends. And just go ahead and try those out. Mix them up a little bit, see what your body prefers. I also will kind of mix them up from, one week I might just use deep blue. The next week I might incorporate copaiba and marjoram with my deep blue. And I just kind of switch it up a little bit. So just try it out and see what works for you and what your body responds to. And again, awesome deal where you can get these 2 products for free this month. Huge savings, and this is one of our most popular products, especially for the guys. If you have a guy in your life, maybe does just a lot of heavy lifting in his day-to-day work or whatever, and is a little bit skeptical of oils, this will probably win him over because it is that amazing. So if you haven't gotten started out with oils, shoot me a message. I can tell you how to get these for free and get some other goodies from me as well, plus access to all of my education where I teach you guys even more ways to use the oils and incorporate them into your daily routine so that you really can see the benefits of what these can do. But I hope that was helpful. I know this is an issue a lot of people deal with, and these are definitely my top ones for dealing with it because this is what I have found really helps me when I've carried my baby around too long, or I've overdone it on a workout or in the yard, or maybe I had an injury or whatever I have going on, or even my husband, these are the ones that I often use. Other good ones, just to really get to the root cause, turmeric is another one that you should incorporate. It wasn't on my oil shelf, which is why I forgot to bring it out, because I think it's in the other room because I was using it. So I forgot about that one, but turmeric is another good one to put in the mix with these other ones. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me or check out my last post. I put a bunch of these on my last post so that you can go ahead and get some more information. But if you want info on getting started, just go ahead and shoot me a message and I can give you all of the details on the promotions this month.